This government can be trusted to deliver. And we did. And we delivered on Brexit, Mr. Speaker.
OK, let's just leave on a shelf the fact that Johnson sold his oven-ready deal on the basis of this.
They should believe exactly what I say, which is there will be no checks on goods going from GB to NI.
A barefaced lie.
The Brexit deal assumed that Britain would put checks on some goods moving between Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
And this.
I want to make it absolutely clear that under no circumstances, whatever happens, will I allow the EU or anyone else to create any kind of division down the Irish Sea.
Another barefaced lie.
The net result of which is that there's pretty much a border in the Irish Sea.
And this.
And there'll be no non-tariff barriers to trade.
Just another barefaced lie.
20-page export health certificates for vets. There's the 27-page catch certificates for exporting fish. There's duties for goods of all kinds which don't meet rules of origin requirements.
We now know the oven-ready deal negotiated by Johnson will cause double the damage to the UK economy of a global pandemic which grounded flights, broke supply chains and caused whole industries from tourism to hospitality to collapse overnight. Don't just take my word for it. Here's the chairman of the Office for Budget Responsibility, Richard Hughes.
Since the referendum, we've assumed in our forecast that leaving the European Union is going to reduce our long-run potential output by about 4%. And in our most recent forecast, as I mentioned, we think that the effect of the pandemic is going to reduce that potential output by a further 2%. And so far, the data that we've seen on the impact of Brexit, especially taking into account the fact that the new trading arrangements came in January, is broadly consistent with that assumption that we had, which is that it would reduce our long-run GDP by around 4%.
So still, after all, this Brexit is going to have a bigger impact than the pandemic on the long term?
Yeah, in the long term, it is the case that Brexit has a bigger impact than the pandemic over the long term. So